Afternoon, students. That day we learned about Qutbuddin Aibak. Yes, he was the first Sultan of Delhi after that of Muhammad Ghori, right? So we learned about the achievements of Qutbuddin Aibak here. So he did many things during his rule. Then after his death, Samsuddin Iltutmish came to power, right? That is from 1210 AD to AD 1236. So Samsuddin Iltutmish ruled during this period. So we shall learn who is Samsuddin Iltutmish. Okay. So as you know that Qutbuddin Aibak was the first Sultan of Delhi, but he was not officially recognized. Okay. But officially recognized means people didn't select him as their ruler. He only got to rule because Muhammad Ghori handed over power to Qutbuddin Aibak. Yes or no? So after death of Qutbuddin Aibak, Samsuddin Iltutmish came to power, and Khalifa gave him the title of Sultan of Delhi. Okay, he successfully secured the support of Khalifa, who even gave him the title of Sultan of Delhi, making him the first legal ruler of the Sultanate. Legal means he is officially recognized as the first Sultan of India. Okay, but the first Sultan is Qutbuddin Aibak. Okay, now if one question is there in your fill in the blanks, okay, as I have seen here. Yes, here one question is there. This was the first Sultan of Delhi. Then here you have to write Qutbuddin Aibak. Okay, if the question is who was the first legal Sultan of Delhi, then you have to write the name of Iltutmish, Samsuddin Iltutmish. But here it is written who was the first Sultan of Delhi. Then the answer is Qutbuddin Aibak. Okay. So what he did many things during his rule. Samsuddin Iltutmish did many things during his rule. Okay. So what he did here, it is given, everything is written here. He not only had to suppress rival Muslims, nobles and generals, but also establish his dominance over Hindu rulers who were largely independent of Sultanate's control. Okay, so he had many work to do at that time. That is, he had to dominate all the Hindu rulers. He had to gain power over the Hindu rulers and the Sultans of Delhi. Yes or no? So after controlling everything, so like when I am a teacher, then I have to control the whole class. Yes or no? So as like a ruler, he also have to control the whole country. Yes or no? Then only it will be a successful rule. So he did all these things. Then he also had to deal with possible Mongol invasion in the northwest. So during his rule, what are the difficulties he confronted? Okay, what are the difficulties he had to face? He faced at that time are given here. He deal with possible Mongol invasion in the northeast. So Mongols are the people came from northwest. Okay, sorry, it is northwest. So Mongols came from the northwest, and the leader of Mongols were Genghis Khan. Okay, the ruler of the Mongol was Genghis Khan. So Iltutmish was successful in crushing internal rebellions. He also defeated Yalduch and Kubat Shah. So he also had to defeat at that time with Yalduch and Kubat Shah, who were among his chief rivals, and took over control of Lahore and Punjab. So yes, again one thing is there, I forgot to tell you that at that time Pakistan, China, then Bangladesh, all were together. Yes or no? Then after that, slowly and steadily it divided. The countries got divided. So Lahore is located in Pakistan, right? As you know that Lahore is located in Pakistan. So at that time, as all the countries were all together, so the capital of India was Lahore at that time. Okay. So during the rule of Samsuddin Iltutmish, he shifted the capital of Sultanate to Delhi. Okay, after that he made Delhi as our capital. Sultan means rulers. Okay, then so he managed to assert his superiority over the Hindu rulers of Ranthambore, Ajmer. Superiority means he became above all. Okay, he got the power in a top position, means he dominated all the people. He was successful to dominate the people of these areas. That was the areas where Ranthambore, Ajmer, Kannauj, Gwalior, and gained control of Bengal and Bihar. So in these places, he successfully controlled people and he was successful in ruling over these places. In this way, he was successful in extending the boundaries of Sultanate. So slowly he extended the boundaries of Sultanate by his power. Okay, Iltutmish proved to be a wise ruler. He tried to please his nobles by granting them land or jagirs. So he was a very kind ruler. He was a very kind ruler like Qutbuddin Aibak. Qutbuddin Aibak was also a very kind ruler. Yes or no? As we learned in video 1. So as like him, Iltutmish was also a very kind ruler. He organized the nobility into a select group of 40 slave ministers called Chalisa. So as you know, during the slave dynasty, what happened? So the rulers used to keep some slaves with them, some kind and genuine slaves with them. Slaves mean, as I explained in first video, you watch the first video, then you will know this. Okay, so he used to keep some people under him who were loyal to the rulers. So he make a group of 40 rulers. Okay, he appointed 40 people as his slave, and he gave that 40 people, he gave the name Chalisa to that 40 people. Chalisa means chalis, as it is a Hindi word. 40 slave ministers, okay, who were characterized by their loyalty to him. So as they were loyal to him, so the ruler selected a 40 group people and give them the name Chalisa. They were given high post in his administration and wielded great influence. Administration means a place, a group of people, okay, who rule over the country. Now as our administration is what? Our government is our administration who rule over the whole country. Yes or no? So at that time the administration and wielded great influence. So Chalisa along with the rulers were the administration at that time. The Chalisas and ruler rule over the whole country. Okay, so you read all these things. What he did, he also introduced silver tanka and copper jitel. They were the currencies, okay, like coins. Silver tanka, copper jitel were the currencies he developed during the Sultanate period. Who? Samsuddin Iltutmish developed this kind of currencies. Okay, then a number of scholars and poets such as Minhaji Siraj flourished under his patronage. So many scholars, many students get encouragement during his rule. Like Minhaji Siraj was a very great artist. Okay, so this all kind of influence he made during his rule. He also enlarged the Quad al-Islam Mosque and finished the Qutub Minar, whose construction was started during Aibak's rule. So during Aibak's rule, the construction started to build Qutub Minar. After that, it was not complete, but Iltutmish finally managed to complete the Qutub Minar. Okay, have you understood this? Then next comes Razia Sultana. Now who is Razia Sultana? Razia Sultana was the daughter of Iltutmish. Okay, Razia Sultana was the daughter of Iltutmish. She was made the king. She will know here. Yes, Razia was made the Sultan of Delhi. Why? Because she was more powerful than her brothers. She was more clever than her brothers. That's why Razia was made the Sultan of Delhi. But there were a group of people, Chalisa was there. So the people of Chalisa didn't like her to become a sultanate because she was a girl. That's why they all were opposing Razia to become a sultan. Then she was like a man. She dressed like a man, hunted, rode horses, and fought bravely against rebels. Also, Razia proved to be a wise and able ruler. She faced a lot of opposition. Opposition means many struggles she did at that time from her brothers, nobles throughout her rule. The nobles, especially the Chalisa, did not like the idea of a woman ruling over them. They were also offended. Offended means they feel offended. You search the things in dictionary. Okay, it is difficult to explain a small words in this video. Okay, offended means they feel. Offended means a negative thing coming from one person. Okay, so see, the Chalisas were very offended by her preferences showing to one of her slaves. So she showed her preference, means she gave priority to one of those Chalisas. So the other Chalisas were jealous, and then they feel offended by her giving preference to one particular slave. Then what they did, they managed to imprison her and put one of her brothers on the throne. However, one of the nobles, Altunia, fell for her and married her. So the Chalisas, what they did, they imprisoned her in jail and put one of her brothers. Razia Sultana had many brothers, so one of her brother was put on the throne and he was ruling the country when she was imprisoned. So after that, one of the nobles, Altunia, fell for her and married her. So one of the nobles fell for her, was in love with her, and after that he got married with her. Then together they tried to recapture her lost throne, but they were caught and put to death. Okay, so after Razia's marriage, after Razia got married to Altunia, the Chalisas want to capture that throne. Okay, they want to become the ruler of that time. So they were caught up and put to death. Those Chalisas who wanted to capture that throne, they were put into death. Okay, after Razia's death, the throne of Delhi was occupied by a few weak rulers. So after Razia's death, the few weak rulers who were at that time got the throne to rule over the country. Nasiruddin was made the Sultan, and he, however, left the running of the empire in the hands of his minister and father-in-law, Ghiyasuddin Balban. Okay, so Nasiruddin was made the Sultan. Though he was weak in ruling the country, he was made the Sultan, and after that he handed over all the powers to Ghiyasuddin Balban to rule over the country. He handed over the throne to Ghiyasuddin Balban. And who was Ghiyasuddin Balban? He was his father-in-law, means Nasiruddin got married to Ghiyasuddin Balban's daughter. Okay, then he was his father-in-law and he handed over the throne to Ghiyasuddin Balban, who belonged to the powerful group of 40. So he belonged to the powerful group of 40. He was among those Chalisas. Okay, administered the Sultanate of Nasiruddin's behalf for nearly 20 years. So he was ruling over the country for nearly 20 years. So next comes Ghiyasuddin Balban. Who was Ghiyasuddin Balban? I shall explain this in the next video.